G'day, I'm on the RV Investigator in the Ops room, and as you know, the RV Investigator is an important ship for doing research in not only the Southern Ocean but all around Australia. And I'm here in the Ops room because we've got a couple of questions from students about some of the operations, and I'm here with Nelson, who's working on the mapping, and we've got some questions here that we'll present and get the answers to you from Nelson. So Nelson, how's it going?
Very well, thanks.
So how long have you been on this ship?
This is my first voyage. We left Fremantle about 3 weeks ago.
Right, but you've obviously got a bit of experience in some of the seafloor mapping.
I have, yeah. I've got experience in offshore and near coastal mapping.
Excellent. I've got some questions here. There's one from Lily Lamprey. She's in grade 9. She says, when we look on Google Earth, what are the dark blue areas? Are all the dark blue areas surrounding the light blue areas just depths of water? So,
Hi Lily. I've got Google Earth open here. The lighter blue areas generally correspond with shallower waters, and the darker blue areas are deeper waters. You can also see some darker areas that look more textured, and the reason they look more textured is because there's higher resolution data there, and that's where multi-beam bathymetry has been collected, like we collect on board the RV Investigator.
Oh, so those straight lines aren't sort of cracks in the earth?
No, a lot of them are vessel tracks with higher resolution data, so you can see the texture of the seafloor in higher resolution, and many of them are tracks from the Investigator.
Right, so every time the Investigator goes somewhere, does it do something like that?
We're always collecting data underway, we're always collecting multi-beam bathymetry.
Right.
And eventually it will make its way into Google Earth.
So we've got fairly good coverage of the land in Google Earth, but the seas are, we've got a little bit of coverage. I guess that's satellite or something like that we've got the coverage.
We've got very good coverage at a low resolution from gravity data from satellites, but the Earth's oceans are not mapped very well at a high resolution.
Right.
So we need multi-beam bathymetry from ships to fill in the gaps. And if you're interested, you can look at Oz Seabed 2030. And
Oz Seabed 2030. We'll put a link up.
the general bathymetric chart of the oceans.
Right, and we can get better detail. Yep. I was just seeing over here, now where are we at the moment in the ocean, and what are we doing here?
We are down here on the Kerguelen Plateau, and we're mapping Williams Ridge.
So all that light blue area is underneath the water?
Yep, and it's lighter because it's shallower than the dark area. That's how Google Earth are representing the bathymetry.
So I guess that's what we're calling a microcontinent?
It is, apparently so.
And then Williams Ridge there is a little... So can you... I do have a couple of questions here as well. There's one from Xavier Lynch, and he's got quite a few good questions. He says, how advanced is the technology used to map out the ocean floor? So that's one of the ones, and so I thought we've probably got reasonably advanced technology on this ship, haven't we?
Yeah, we have very advanced technology on this ship.
So are you able to show us some of the stuff that you're doing?
Look over here, we've got several different multi-beam echo sounders, which are how we record the bathymetry data. Here we've got it incoming into a map, build it up as we run up and down.
So at the moment with the ship, we're going up and down, up and down, up and down to try and map out a particular area?
Yeah, we're mapping Williams Ridge at the moment.
So how does that technology work?
It's acoustic technology,
So sound?
Yeah, we send a sound ping down into the water column, and we measure the time it takes to return, and we measure the speed of sound in the water column, and we use that to calculate the distance. That gives us the depth.
So the speed of sound in water, that varies a little bit, does it?
Yeah, it varies depending on the temperature, salinity, and the pressure.
And it's a lot faster than in air, I would imagine.
It is a lot faster than air, yeah.
So what are those colours there then?
The colours are the different depths we've recorded so far. So purple is the deepest and the light red is the shallowest. And you can see the different features in between.
So there are mountains underneath the mountains and valleys and cliffs,
yeah,
all underneath
features,
the water.
All sorts of different features. And eventually you'll see them in Google Earth.
Right, so this particular trip, that data will go somewhere where students will be able to see it on Google Earth, as well as, what was it you were saying before, the
It will
data?
be included in our seabed and GetPay, yeah.
Right. Yeah. Well, thank you very much for that. That was awesome. I think I understand that a little bit better now.